And good morning, everyone, and welcome back to NeelyFX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where I talk about foreign exchange trading, prop firm trading, building expert advisors for the MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5 platforms, possibly getting into some Pine Script a little bit later on. It's pretty easy. At any rate, that's what we're doing today. It is Friday, August 21st, the end of the work week, so we'll be looking at the weekend tomorrow. There'll be no video tomorrow. However, there will be a lot more information coming out over the weekend, so it could be useful. So with that, let's go ahead and get into the risk disclosure part, because I need to disclose risks to you because you can lose money trading Forex. I don't think that's a new idea, but at any rate, this channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I'm a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration at this time. I have held NFA registration in the past. Forex trading is highly speculative with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade the funds you can comfortably afford to lose. And here's the CFTC risk disclosure. Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. So before trading Forex, consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. So with that, let's go ahead and go into talking about me some more. Here we go. We've got the EAs right here that you may want to take advantage of. Free EAs, that is, and indicators. First, we have the MetaTrader Confluence dashboard. Shows Confluence on the MetaTrader 5 platform between various time frames. The multi-time frame Confluence dashboard is up to 31 downloads now. That's pretty neat. We also have the Bollinger Band and RSI Mean Reversion Pro for MetaTrader 5 that have 21 downloads, and the Bollinger Band and RSI Mean Reversion Pro for MetaTrader 4, 13 downloads, and FIBO Trend Continuation Zones. It's a neat little indicator that shows you where shows you pullbacks. It shows you pullbacks, but statistically, it runs between 50 and 61.8%. That's about where you're going to find a turnaround, as backed up by Al Brooks. Al Brooks in his books that he's written. He's got a great volume of books. I highly recommend them if you like reading about Forex. But that's what we've got right there. We also have a new one coming online right here, the Yen Basket, JPY Basket, ML Unwind, Machine Learning Unwind. So we're going to teach this plugin teach this EA how to spot the unwind and see how it continues, because there's going to be a lot of fake outs during the unwind. That's what we have, as I'll talk to you about in just a second. In the meantime, let's talk about the other thing we like to talk about, which is right over here. It is trading Forex for profit. Now you can start for free because it says so right here, and or you can just log in like I'm going to do and see your dashboard and see what's going on back here. So let's take a quick look. And 5 asterisks is my password. Don't tell anybody. At any rate, here's what we've got here. This is the dashboard. It shows you can log your accounts in right here. You can log them in manually, or you can import no, you do have to build your account manually right here, and then you can import your trades down here. I need to rearrange that. It's a little bit out of order in my opinion. And you can import your trades. You can also add your account activity for stuff that's not on your statement, like withdrawals or payouts or adjustments, fees, any of those things. That's for an actual prop trading account that is no longer there. Or we could do the same thing here. MetaTrader 4 down here with MetaTrader 5. It's got different things going on. But at any rate, you also have your risk calculator here. We've got a complicated one right here for the Pro one. Shows you high impact advisory. You could restrict your advisory to 50% of the trade, and if you've got any high impact advisories coming on, any high impact news events coming on. Also have your trading journal. This is the most important part. This is the part where you can sit back and introduce your trades and decide what's going on, or review your trades. You can review your trade down here whoever it's closed, but we start with the planned trade because we all plan our trades, right? Then we have the missed trade. If you just miss a trade, I missed a trade yesterday too, by the way. Should have taken my own advice and didn't do it. As a matter of fact, I closed a trade too early yesterday. That's actually not bad. Not as bad as completely missing a trade or keeping in the trade too long. That's much, much better than I was doing in 2022, which is the whole reason why I built tradingforexforprofit.com, because I was deeply unsatisfied with my trading progress and I felt like I could do better. So we have import trades, performance. You can see your performance right down here. These numbers are not the same for my site. Pardon me, for my accounts. They've changed a lot and I need to update them. Strategies, you add your strategies right in here. And then right down here, billing. Let's start the billing. You can start for free, and it's going to be free forever. It's not like a free trial, and you get to play with one account for 7 days. It's free, and then you can come in for one account with one of your trading accounts and stay free all the time. And that is that's no joke. Now, if you want to upgrade to Pro or Premium, there is a 7-day free trial on that. You can make sure you like it. And with that, that's all we've got to say about that. So with that, let's go ahead and go into the market pulse and see what's happening today. We have strong risk on today. So that means that, well, let's see what that means. The Aussie and the New Zealand dollars are both raging right now on top, followed by the Canadian. Interesting. And the Japanese yen. Japanese yen is starting to come up a little bit. Also with the pound versus the yen. And this is going to be very, very apparent when we look at the charts. And the euro versus the yen. And then the way down here on the bottom is the dollar. The dollar is not doing is on the bottom today. It's about time. That happens. Gives us the volatility we need to make money, to extract money from the markets. So today on Friday we have President Trump speaks. That's going to be at 7 p.m. tonight, and that is all the news we've got today. So it's probably going to be a pretty bland session, or I can't say that. We should tell what's going to happen. At any rate, let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is off to the races. Look at that. That is a monster move in Bitcoin from 64 to 78. It's a $14,000 move in 3 days. That's huge. That's partially because a lot of people are moving into Bitcoin. That's the anti-fiat currency trade that's going on. Somebody's moved a lot of money into Bitcoin. And also, the President Trump has met with the guys that run Bitcoin, and not necessarily Bitcoin, but other crypto guys. And I know President Trump is a huge fan of crypto. I am not. I do not trade crypto. I'm kind of kicking myself right now, but that's okay. What have we got going on down here? Let's talk about the US 10-year yield right here. Now, after the big pullback on Wednesday, on Thursday, we had a big rally. Which completely erased any speculation about what's going on with the US 10-year. We'll see what happens on September the 9th when they actually put that plan into action. So that's going to be the big date to be kind of be wary of, September the 9th. Matter of fact, if I could put that on the screen, I would, but I don't think I can. Oh, I can. Okay. Horizontal line or vertical cursor. Huh. Nope. I'm going to put a vertical line on that. And we'll call it long-term Treasury, because they announced it doesn't mean they started already. Buyback date. That's where I'm expecting to see a big move in the yen pairs. 2 pixels on that. Yeah, let's take it down to 1. There we go. That's better. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens with that. It's right before 9/11. We'll see how that conflates into the rest of the world's kind of plans. Here we have the Japanese 10-year. Japanese 10-year pulled back a little bit, but and then rallied a little bit, tried to rally a little bit yesterday. Today it's pulling back. We'll see if it can get over this little hump right there a little bit later. So what does that mean to the yen carry trade? Yen carry trade is still alive and well. I should build another one with the 30 years, because the 30-year trade bonds are a lot closer. They're 1.2% closer. So that is starting to unwind and unravel a little bit faster. But we get the Japanese yen to 3%. And then if this buyback drops the bond yield down to 4.5%, that's going to really put a shock into the yen. Now, the carry trade is not going to be over yet, but it is going to be unwinding. And that's exactly why I'm building the next EA, so we could keep track of that. Because I don't like guessing, I like knowing. And the rest of the world is using machine learning and stuff like that, so why shouldn't I? Here we have the euro versus the British pound right here. It's 0.85. Kind of just hanging out right now, getting close to the 20-period moving average. DXY 98.63. Again, way off from its highs and almost down to the beginning of the Iran conflict, and we can expect to see it sink lower after that. If we have peace, and I don't think we ever will, because Iran's been preparing for this war for 47 years. In fact, they've been waging this war for 47 years, which is the whole reason we started bombing them. Oh well, euro versus the dollar, kind of stuck at 117, not really going anywhere. I don't expect to see that run much higher. 136.56, another 100 pips on the pound versus the yen. Pardon me, pound versus the dollar. That's a big miss on my part, but I can't watch all the markets all the time. I can't trade all the markets all the time. I wish I had that much money, but I don't. Dollar versus the Swissy. I pick my battles, and I'm very familiar with the yen pairs because they fascinate me. Dollar versus the Swissy, just under 80. So trying to rebound a little bit yesterday, but didn't quite break the 80 mark. Dollar versus the yen, 158.68. So tried to rally a little bit, but didn't quite get over it. Here's the darling yesterday. Here's the one I missed. I got out of the trade about 216.25 because I was busy yesterday and couldn't keep my eye on the trade, and it rallied another 75 pips. So that is my missed trade yesterday's, the one that I closed out too soon. It happens. Let's see. Euro versus the Aussie. Pardon me. Euro versus the Japanese yen. Definitely don't want to trade the euro versus the Aussie. So we have some big. That's a doji right there. So we're kind of looking for a pullback soon. Canadian versus the yen. Again, this one's going to be driven by the oil trade a lot more. So we've got more higher prices on oil. This one's going to soar a lot higher. Aussie versus the yen. I think it's just correlation with the being a former British property, and also the Australia's China's biggest trading partner. So instead of looking at the Chinese yuan versus the yen, that'd be interesting. That'd be weird. Here we have crude oil. NYMEX crude oil is 86.78. It's a lot more than anybody wants it to be. It's going to put a lot of pressure on world inflation concerns. Dollar versus the CAD. Look at the dollar soar against the CAD. The Canadian soar against the dollar. Up to 137. Probably going to looking for a turnaround here on 135.83 if it goes down any further. It could stop here at the 2026 open, so we'll see what happens with that. Aussie versus Canadian. Look at it go. 71.59. So this is where we start making money. Is if we can catch these trades. Now there are a lot of trades, a lot of markets going on at the same time, so it's hard to see which one is going to be worth your while, worth your focus. So pick your trades carefully. Gold perking up to almost $4,600 an ounce. Platinum $18.93 an ounce. Palladium $13.56 an ounce. They're all starting to move in tandem. Look at that. Silver almost up to 70 an ounce again. Nice to see you back. And then let's look at the software sector yesterday. Software sector and the Mag 7 are going to be a little bit iffier during this time period because as yield prices go up, the cost of borrowing money goes up. And as the cost of borrowing, because the whole tech sector is contingent on how much money they can raise, not necessarily on their performance. There are companies that have turned like 2/4 of profit in 15 years, but they're still publicly traded. Why? Nobody knows. But the IGV is at 101.91, off about $1 yesterday. HubSpot off $2 yesterday. Still nothing necessarily freak out about. let's see, 205 for Salesforce, off a few cents, half a dollar, a little over half a dollar. Intuit, it's been a darling lately. It's down off of 60 cents. GoDaddy, I just paid my bill today. That's at $1.35. Adobe, off a quarter of a dollar at 272. Another good one. Started out at 192 and is up almost $100 in a couple months. That's very, very strong. A little something making my nose, tickling my nose. And then Upwork right here, off barely not even a nickel, but still not really going anywhere. After that, let's go down to the Mag 7 real quick. Mag 7, 66.89 for the Round Hill Magnificent 7 ETF. That is also, I'm not sure how they have them all weighted or if they're all weighted equally, but at any rate. Off 77 cents. Google is off $4. Amazon up $5. See, this is contingent on how much money they can raise. And if you're raising more money and you cost more in interest, then the stock is not going to perform as well. Apple, Facebook, Meta. See how that lawsuit works out. Microsoft coming off a little bit, but finding support at 480. Nvidia again finding support at 216. We'll see if that continues. Looks a little contingent, but we'll see. A little shaky. 345 for Tesla. Off 6% for Tesla. Off almost 5.5% for SpaceX. And the IBD 50 from Cap Force ETF is off about $0.75. So it's might be something to consider. Maybe looking for a bottom feeding opportunity on that one. So with that, that is all I've got for today. If you like this video, then hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more of these videos, then subscribe to the channel. And lastly, if you want to talk to me directly, hit me up in the comment section. I'll get back with you as soon as I can. In the meantime, that's all I've got for today. You guys have a great one. Talk to you later. Bye.